Yeah.
But another DJ, this is what actually I was going to speak to you about first. If you remember, I DM'd you. Tim Westwood, Sack City. So you was like the first person ever to speak out against Tim Westwood and the funny stuff he was doing. I think you even said you're more known for touching girls that are 15.
Yeah. I mean,
Westwood, talk to me.
So yeah, I'm just like I said, like I'm a student of the game. I study the game. From the minute I was introduced to UK hip hop, and I was very young through SVTV, through Westwood's. I had Westwood's CD back when he was releasing compilations. Like, we've always known about Westwood, like, and even then, like, Westwood was synonymous with this rumor that he just liked them young, bro. Like, I mean, you can sit here and say, yeah, allegedly, but it was just wherever he went, there was this sort of stench of there's this guy, Tim Westwood, and yeah, he's definitely creepy. Like, he's definitely like some young, and also like he come down to my manor a few times, Margate. He come here and he performed. He done a few DJ sets, and he were doing under 18s venues, and like leaving with groups of chicks.
I actually remember. So where did the issue start? Was it to do with Develin in an interview, or some? He was trying to stir something up between you and another guy. I can't remember who it was. Was it Develin?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I mean, it was that whole era of music, because like I said, music goes through various eras, and there was this era of music that we can all remember that people just want to pretend like it never happened, where everyone was just jumping on any techno funky song. Like Tiny Temper just done Pass Out, and then everyone thought they could just like do a pass out, and every single record label was signing every single guy that had 8 bars in their locker. It was like, if you got 8 bars, you're signed. You know what I mean? And
another guy that's underrated though, Develin had a good run, and he got signed, and he released a few tracks, I believe, like Runaway, a few things that got deleted later. But he's another guy I think was very talented. He must have got a deal as well, because there was really good videos he was releasing.
Develin signed a major deal. His album was sort of on the precipice of becoming like that popular sound at the time, which I'm glad it wasn't, because that popular sound at the time is, no one wants that. That's disgusting, corny garbage, N-Dubs, Tinchy Strider type garbage that they were making then. Like, it was cool then, but like, I'm glad Develin stuck to what he was doing, but there was like a few songs on there that were a bit, so I think Develin was kind of like, I kind of don't want to go too that way, so I'll do it just enough to see if it does go that way, but I'm gonna keep it Develin nonetheless. And then ultimately, when the album come, it didn't go that way, but then it also didn't go that way. So he was sort of like, just like in the middle, like not really anywhere. And I think he went into that whole interview just in a bit of I'd say a negative headspace about the whole thing. Because had he just got a number 1, he'd be the happiest guy alive. But he was just in a bit of like a negative thing, like a bit of a negative perception of the whole. There isn't anything you could say to him about music or the people in it, and he'd have something good to say about it. But it was sickening, because the record labels were just signing people willy-nilly, and like people were just taking these words as gospel. Like, you sit in a meeting with a label and be like, these people are going to change my life, I'm signing this deal. Like, I don't blame the artists. I never blame the artists. Like, they're people that come from most of the time like extreme poverty and shit. He's just some white kid from the middle of Dagenham, you know what I mean? Like, he ain't never gonna see that type of money. And then even if it's just 10 grand in a day, you sign a bit of paper, you get 10 grand. Like, I don't know if that's the deal, I'm just saying. But so Westwood knows. He's been in the industry a long time.
I remember it took a lot of bravery, even this part of your career. So I remember I didn't have to do any research. I remember you film a music video. Was it at some sort of festival abroad? And you just you try to get people that are in the industry in the video, like rappers, but a lot of them didn't want to commit. I don't know. I don't think some of them even knew what you was releasing, did they? Or did you tell?
No.
Okay. So what? Where did it get?
They did. They did. Track? Okay. So here's the thing. At first, the timeline goes like this: the Develin interview. Like I said, there was this whole issue where Develin was in a bit of a shitty mindset. Westwood knew that. He's stirring the pot. They get onto the topic of Mike Righteous. He says, what do you think about people that are coming through? What people do you like? I mean, he spent so much time talking about people he don't like that Westwood had to say, okay, so who do you like? And he was like, these guys are all right. That Mike Righteous. He just mispronounced my name. A few like sort of backhanded compliments, yeah? So I've gone online. I've said my thing, like, what do you lot think about this? I kind of think it might be muggy. Like, what do you lot think? Because I don't know how to take this. And people were like, yeah, do this, do that. Anyway, I thought, it is a bit muggy. And then Develin saw my tweets. Develin called me up. Me and him had a 1-to-1, and then we both sort of was on the phone like, yeah, you know what? It is a kind of thing of like the industry's sort of trying to make this happen, like make this apparent. And at that point, he was like, I've just gone to Westwood. Westwood's kind of done his thing. And I thought, he has kind of orchestrated the whole thing. He's a very well, like he studied this shit too. He knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to conducting an interview. He knows how to get people. He knows if you're in a shit space. He knows the questions he's asking. So my whole thing is like, okay, so now I've gone and wrote them tweets, and then the next day Westwood's come on radio, and Westwood has addressed my tweets.
Yeah.
And he's called me sour. He's called me a sucker. He told me the interview weren't about you. He said it was nothing to do with you. He told me go back to Margate. He's throwing all of this shit at Mike Righteous. And I'm just like, at the time, bro, I weren't living the best, bro. I was sleeping on fucking Logic's sofa, like waking up, looking at my Twitter, and someone said, Westwood sent for you. I'm checking the One Extra page, and I'm hearing Westwood going off. And the crazy thing was, he's saying all this while the Rack City instrumental was playing in the background.
Yeah.
And that's when it was. It was around the time Tiger released Rack City.
Yeah. But even that track's still hard to find, Sack City. I don't know how many times it got deleted. Was it on SPTV first? Because you said you're on SPTV right now.
Alright, let's do this thing. Everybody, you're on SPTV right now.
It wasn't on SBTV first. So what happened is originally I didn't want people to think that I'd just come out and attacked Westwood for no reason. So I deliberately sampled the bit of the radio show where he was talking about me, and I uploaded it to my channel just as an audio. And then within 24 hours, it had already reached like 100k views. And back then, no one was doing that kind of 100k views in 24 hours. It got removed like that off my page.
What?
And then when you clicked on it, it literally said this video has been removed due to copyright legislation by Tim Westwood. Yeah, so basically the audio was swiftly removed due to copyright legislation. It said it on the video. But then I thought, you know what, it doesn't really matter because I know that I've been booked for this festival, which is in Ayia Napa. The best thing about all of this, right, is prior to Westwood receiving the track, he done that diss for me on the radio. And between that time and the time of me writing the diss, I was with Charlie Sloth when he had the phone call with the BBC telling them that he was about to take over Tim Westwood's job.
No way. Okay.
I was with him at the time, and that's what inspired the song, because originally the song was me taking the sample, Rack City, and I was going to always rap over that because that's what he dissed me on. But I didn't really know what I was going to do with the whole track. But when that happened, I was like, boom, I'm going to tell him he's getting sacked before anyone else does. I'm going to break the news to him.
Yeah.
And the first time he heard that he was getting sacked was through me.
But was it because of you, or was it?
It wasn't because of me. He was always going to get sacked because Charlie Sloth was the new flavour of the month.
Yeah.
He was the old flavour of the month.
You know, there was like, so, you know, what are your aspirations? What are you trying to achieve here? Why are you at the BBC? I said, well, within a month, I'll create the biggest online freestyle platform that'll do millions of views. And then I said, secondly, I'll replace Westwood. I'll take all of Westwood's shows within 5 years. And one of the guys actually laughed in my face. I said, excuse me, why are you laughing? He said, oh, do you know how many times I've heard that? And I said, well, you've never heard it from me. And he's like, good luck with that, chap. Good luck. So I was like, okay. So it actually took me 3 years of being at the BBC to replace Westwood on all of his shows.
And it was just how the game goes, you know what I mean?
I believe Charlie Sloth and Tim Westwood, they had like a little back and forth, didn't they, as well? Like not a serious thing, but kind of like...
It was at the Grime Daily Awards, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because after the Sack City thing, and we'll get to the video, after the Sack City thing, and I'll break the news here because this is Fesify and you're the Don. Giggs, who's really close with Charlie Sloth.
Yeah.
They're solid. You know what I mean? He just done they're solid, right? He confesses to Charlie Sloth that Tim Westwood broke down in front of him, and he told Giggs, one-on-one with tears in his eyes, yeah, that Mike Righteous, his whole career, his whole existence was merely propagated and manufactured by Charlie Sloth and by the BBC. So all the support I was getting, because you got to remember, like at the time I was hottest artist for 2013, I was on the BBC Live Lounge, I was on the A list, the C list, all of that.
Yeah.
He believed that I was like Terminator, like created just to go back to the future and take him out.
Yeah.
Like he had this wild delusion that was all part of a giant like conspiracy, which obviously it wasn't. It was all because he dissed me on this radio station. That's just the way it went. So obviously
that's crazy to think. Like the public would have think like he didn't really care. Like he was just trying to brush you off.
He cared a lot, bro.
I wouldn't think it deeply affected him. Obviously, the lyrics were brutal.
The Radio 1 hip hop show is prime time. It's like the biggest hip hop radio show. You know what I mean? It's part of the reason why Sloth's where he is now. You get that show, the new
generation wouldn't even understand. Like Charlie Sloth and Tim Westwood, the more years that go back, the more that radio have power. Like to get to where we are today. Like Tim Westwood 20 years ago, like they're talking about us.
Oh, he was
Okay.
I mean, definitely. And that brings me to this whole video shoot thing, because I found out that news when I was with Charlie Sloth. And the reason I was with Charlie Sloth is because we were filming an advert for this Fire in the Beach festival, and we were filming it on Margate. It was like a funny video where he's on the beach and I walk past and I'm like, yo, Sloth, what you doing? He's like, oh, I'm in Iron Apple. I was like, mate, you're in Margate. We're not in Iron Apple till next week, blah, blah, blah. It's meant to be a funny advert. And then we end up in Iron Napa filming this video. At what point the audio's been taken down, but I said, you know what, this time I'll re-upload it, but I won't put your interview at the beginning. I'm just going to re-upload it with a video. And it just happened to be that all of these artists were there at the same time, because Sloth brought them all out to Iron Apple. So you had K Coke, you had Black the Ripper, you had R Dads, you had Sneakbo, you had...
Should I upload the full video?
Sack City, bitch. 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 You was born in the 1950s, prick. Sack City, bitch. 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 Sack City, bitch.
You just been sacked. What a pity, bitch.
You ain't American or you won't crack, are ya? You're a disgrace to the UK flag, you are. You're everything that's wrong with UK rap, you know. You ain't safe in the UK and you hate that. Hold on to your toupee and your Zimmer frame. I'll give it 5 years, he'll be in a grave. In fact, if you're ever in another drive-by, be a sport next time, fam. And try that.
SBTV was only there to film this video.
Oh, okay.
It was actually a one extra thing.
Oh.
One extra party.
Yeah.
One extra Fire in the Beach. So this is 2013. The tracks just dropped. All the hype's there. Morgan Key's come out with me. He's filmed the whole video. And yeah, we're just getting all of these artists in the video. And they did know it's about Westwood because I'm performing the track. So it's mad because Sneakbo was in it. R Dads was in it. K Coke was in it, but he was happy to be in it. Wiley was in it, but you know Wiley. He don't care. He's not biased. He's like... and then you have other artists that just outright refused and were like, just bro, these men were pulling me to the side like, you can't do this. Yeah. You'll destroy your career in the space of 4 minutes of song. And I'm like, all right, this makes me just want to do it more, because we're nothing alike. The things you care about, what is success in your opinion isn't success to me.
Doing the
You know what I mean? We have two different ideas of success, bro.
So at this time, is this when Tim Westwood's like got crib sessions? He's in that kind of era. He's kind of still popping.
Yeah, it's kind of fizzling out. Like he's about to lose his job. Sloth's about to take over. Fire in the Booth is mad overtaking all that.
Yeah.
And because of the success of Fire in the Booth, BBC are cutthroat, man. BBC are like, we're gonna sack this guy because there's this new popular guy.
Yeah.
So it made perfect sense to them. And all of that happened. I brought up the allegations in the song, which I ain't like saying names. People are like, oh, why don't you say names? I'm like, I'm not saying names. I didn't say I know names. I just said you're more known for that, because that rumor follows you wherever you go. I don't care who you are in the industry. You know, Tim Westwood's synonymous with seediness.
Yeah.
Like that's just facts. Like, you've seen him on stage. There's literally footage of him on stage, like daggering like young black chicks, and he's 60, bro.
It's wild though.
He was alive before they were even born.
This is not about music now, and I'm just very, very scared.
I like my life. Is it real?
This was an assault.
I'm a big dog. Yo, baby, you don't have to put your top back on.
I was 17. He was twice my age. There was this kind of power dynamic. This is predatory behaviour. I just really wish I'd be able to speak to my teenage self and say, oh my God, just get out.
All the recent stuff, we're still in a situation right now where he's still never been convicted or proven of anything, which is crazy. And the amount of police interviews he's had versus nothing happening, it's just, you see him getting confronted in the park by that woman as well. There was a video.
Why do you think it's always been okay to sexually assault black women?
Please.
What? Do you think that we're less than? Do you think we're not worth it? Do you think we're not worth it?
It's all
Don't call me baby. Don't call me baby.
It's all false allegations.
Okay, can you explain why it's false allegations?
It is all false allegations.
Tim Westwood.
Sorry.
Sorry?
It's all false allegations.
Yeah, so you've never touched underage black girls? Allow it. Who are you talking about? Allow it. Who are you?
Do you allow me?
Don't allow you what? Do you think it's been alright to harass and sexually assault black women?
I've never done that.
You've never done that?
Never done that.
So where did them stories come from then?
They're all false allegations.
False allegations?
Period.
So they were lying?
Period.
Yeah?
And I'll prove that.
So when are you going to prove it?
As soon as I get my opportunity and trust, I'm ready.
Because haven't you been arrested recently?
No, I haven't been arrested, please. Allow it.
I don't necessarily think that he's like a mad like PDF file, like he's like a Jimmy Savile, and I can't say if he is. And I'd like to think he isn't, because I'd rather not have them people out there. Yeah. But I'll tell you the truth, he's an old bloke.
Yeah.
And it's just creepy. Like, my girl like will get creepy comments from like an older man. She's well over the legal age, but she gets creeped out, and it's weird. Yeah. And she's like, it makes me feel like a child when a really old man calls me sexy or something. Like, I'm like, it is weird. Like, so
you're saying
not like you're old,
like a serial offender. Or you think it's more just using his position to get into?
Yeah, for sure. But here's the thing: like, I think girls are responsible for what they do and where they end up. But at the time of where you're legal for
liable, really.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's one of them. Like, well, it's not. You can't be blamed when you're the one that's like young. You know what I'm saying?
Well, right now, as it stands, the CPS have got all this evidence from different women. One was really young, I believe, but they just do not know whether they're going to charge him yet. So that's a positive for him that he's not been charged yet. I guess he's still out. But for now, Tim Westwood's still not a criminal. He's just someone that's been accused. The documentary itself, did you watch any of the documentary? I don't think I watched the whole thing, but
I didn't watch the whole thing. Yeah. They were messaging me countless times to be involved in it.
I can imagine. Yeah. Now the BBC
they were messaging me for years, bro. Like this for the last 2 years. So they've been working on this for a while. So that's what makes me think there probably isn't any real like evidence to support what they're saying. There maybe isn't enough. I know there's a lot of people that have stepped forward and said, yeah, he sexually assaulted me. And I can believe he sexually assaulted people. And there's a lot of sexual misconduct in the industry anyway.
Yeah.
It's just, can you prove it?
I always find it weird that it's the BBC doing it though, because that's the same establishment that essentially has built him up, and then now it's just they do it on their own people, which makes it a little bit weirder. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's a little bit weirder, but hey, call me a conspiracy, call me a madman, but there's so much of it within the industry, and it's so rife in that building at the BBC. There's so many of them that, like, feels to me like every now and then they got to throw their own to the lions to make it seem like, yeah, they're on the they're doing something, you know what I mean?